Welcome again back to Web Design Psychology, the place where we handle issues concerning the tacts, the arts, and the acts of web design. In our last class, the last video, we handled what is WordPress. I first of all told you all the things we're going to do in this second module, then also handled what is WordPress. Now, having known what is WordPress, we move to the next phase, installing WordPress locally. Come with me as we take a dive into the work itself. Remember, I told you that to install WordPress locally, you must have a server. Just like you have your server online, you must have a server offline. I told you about the XAMPP and the MAMP. For me, I make use of the MAMP. I have already downloaded and installed. I believe you too, you have downloaded and installed like we discussed in about, I think, first or second video. I trust that you have done that. My own map, I'm going to start up my server. What your server does is to turn your site, to give it a face as if it is online. That is what it does for you. So all I needed to do was to start my server. If I click here again, it will stop. I have started my server, and the next thing to do, remember the WordPress file, that zip file that I downloaded. Now, this is where I'm going to make use of it. I have already copied it and pasted, but I just want to show you what I did. I copied the zip folder. For me, I went to my MAMP, then navigated through, your Explorer, your file manager, your file explorer. That's where you go to. For those using Mac, you go to your Finder. You see, so you get to application, go to your MAMP, you navigate down to htdocs, open it. For me, I normally group my websites that I design. You see, like here, 1 item, 6 items, 3 items, 10 items. This is where I want to use A. And the next thing I do is to extract it into the same folder, because this is where we want to use it. Yes, extract. I need it here. Then the next thing is I will rename my WordPress folder. I want to name it, let's say, okay, class. Yeah, class. Don't forget, for me, it's in the A folder. Your htdocs folder is like that's your the point where every website can be accessed. Your server accesses the website from the htdocs folder. So any website you build outside this htdocs into any of these places, it won't see it. This is the pathway it travels in order to get it. It is this home directory. This is the home directory, htdocs. So mine is in a folder called A. So I have renamed it to class. What do I do next? I go to my browser. For MAMP on a Mac, you have localhost with a colon also 8888. If it's XAMPP on Windows, you just type localhost and it will go. I think same thing goes for MAMP also on a Windows, but for Mac it's different. So now I've done that. All I need to do next is this. Can you see my class? Can you see my class? Are you seeing it? Once I click on class, I'm ready to install. So I'll show you something before we install. We'll do something first, which is creating our database, because WordPress is a database driven platform. So whatever you're designing must be hinged or connected to a database. Let's go create our database. What you do is you open a new tab, you type in your local host, 8888 slash php my admin. This is where we create our databases. You can see I already created a lot of databases because of the different sites I have worked on. Okay, now I want to create a new database. I click on database. I type in the name of my database. I want to also use class. Don't ever on a live server, when you're building your website online, don't ever use same name for your website and your database. Always use a name that will be difficult to know for the safety of your website. Okay, class already exists, so what I'll do, my database is now class 1. Okay, so it has been created. Let's get back to our WordPress. Language is English, United States. So I just move to the next phase. Now, he said, welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, we need some information on the database which we just created. You will need to know the following items before proceeding: database name, database username, database password, database host, table prefix if you want to run more than one WordPress in a single database. So let's go. Aha. Remember our database name? It was class 1. Our username is root. Our password is root. For Windows, I think there's no password for Windows. No, there's no password for Windows, but the username is root. That's on a local host. You see the database host is local host. Even when you do live server, it's going to also show you local host. Leave it as is. Should not touch it. Then I don't like using WP as my prefix. I like using something else. Yeah, so let's see if we got it right. All right, Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you are ready, time now to run installation. I know somebody will be saying, wow, is it this easy to install WordPress, to design a WordPress website? Yeah, it is. It is, because you're working with one who knows the way. You know. Okay. At this point, we need to fix in some things. Site title. I want to use the name. Okay. My class. My class. My username. You should use a name. Don't use admin. Don't use a name that relates to the website, so that for your security sake. But for this class, I'm going to be using admin. Yes. Then password. You see the kind of password it gave me? You can always hide. You can always show. Now, for my password, I want to use, let's see, at class 123 hash. Okay, is medium. At class 1, 2, 3, let me see if I add a dot at her class, is still medium, is still medium. They need me to make it longer. I don't want to make it longer than this. In fact, let's see. Okay, hash. Let's return with the hash. Okay. I don't like discouraging search engines from indexing my site so that it is easily and quickly indexed. Now, your email, which is going to be the admin email, at gmail.com. You said double check it before you continue. I think we've done the needful. The next thing is install WordPress. Now, done save, done save. A success. WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. Let us see. Admin. What was our password again? At class, the C was capital letter 1, 1, 2, 3, then hash. Hope we are correct. Yes. Now let's log in. Don't save. Wow. This is it. This is what we call the kitchen of the website. Now let's look at the website itself. People who go to the website, what are they going to see? What are they going to see? This is what they are going to see now. This is what they're going to see now. It does not look like anything yet. Abby, don't worry. We'll fix all this. We'll fix all this. We've already started. We're going to fix it. Getting to this point means we've gone so far. There's still a lot to do, but we've done so much already. We've done so much already. I congratulate you. Okay, in the next video, we'll be talking about how to install WordPress on a live server.